Testing. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Hermit Trivia live stream. This is Hermit Trivia episode 15 on this lovely Tuesday of May 2020. Good to have you all with us. I'm probably the first one here, so I know I'm not really talking to anyone in particular, but if you have joined us, welcome to Hermit Trivia, the best trivia game on YouTube. You are coming to the right place. That's good news. If you are entering right now, let me know how the sound is. Can you hear the music? Can you hear the melodious sounds of my voice? Any input is appreciated. Let me know. I want to make this as safe and as fun, as easy a trivia night as possible. And that all depends on you. So, and also me, not trying to push the responsibility on you. Don't want to give you that impression. Welcome. Okay, scrub the whiteboard. Don't worry, today I've got something fun planned for those of you who are just arriving today. I know we usually have a little bit of wait time for seats to fill in for our trivia game, but in the meantime, I've got something to entertain you. Once we get some people in to look and take guesses, we'll have a fun little game to play. The pregame, if you will. Let's get some synth in here. Synth. Very good. This should be a fun game, I think. Kind of need to see something to start me in gear. Feel a little unmotivated this week. It is the start of my vacation, taking a week off from work before classes start, and work starts up again. So that'll keep me busy. But in the meantime, it's all about filling in the time. By the way, if you need recommendations for a show to binge, highly recommend. If you are a weeb like me and you love those violent Japanese cartoons, go for it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It makes you laugh. It makes you think. I lost my tennis ball. Sit there. Feels a little lonely here. Hey, Josh, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I think you are the first to arrive. Cool, we're going to give it about 15 minutes for the start of our show. Welcome to Hermit Trivia. If you are just arriving, the greatest trivia show on YouTube or anywhere else. The only place where you can play trivia for free at home in the comfort of your own living space with the coolest of friends. We'll be getting started in just a few minutes. Just sit tight. We're going to have a little pregame in the middle of it, something to be super fun and super original. And then afterwards, the actual trivia show will begin. So welcome to joining us on this Tuesday night. Sit down, have some fun, grab a drink. I know I have. Loving this synth. Ah, yes, my quarantine treating me well. Things are starting to open back up. Currently taking a vacation. Taking a break from work before school starts. Before classes starts. Busy, busy, busy. Give me, oh man, I'm free. All right, we've hit the 10-minute mark, 5-minute mark. We'll be starting Hermit Trivia in just 10 minutes. Hermit Trivia starts in 10 minutes for all you folks at home ready to rock and roll. We are going to have some amazing trivia goodness tonight. Tell you what, Josh, you are the first one here, so I'm going to start us off on our pregame to keep things fun. If you want, I've set up a little game of that perennial favorite, Hangman. Yeah, definitely. Better safe than sorry. If you would like to take a guess for a letter, the category is pun. It is 19 letters. If you would like to suggest a letter on the chat, I will put it in as our first entry, and then leave it for the next person. Let it leave the next chance for the next person who comes in. Yeah. H. Okay. I've got an H. We've got how many H's here? We have one H. One H. H's in. How are things treating you in Portland? Any Josh, any does Amy or anyone else with you want to take a letter guess? I swear I've heard this song before. I swear I've heard this. Oh, okay. Cool. No rush. Nice. Skype Dream Team. Well played. How are things treating you in Portland? It looks like things are opening there too. All right, Amy guesses D. Let's see, do we have a D? I believe we do have a D. We have one D. One D. All right, you guys are on a roll. Yes, we got an H and a D. HD is in high definition. This is cool. I'm gonna find something a little less ominous. A little less mopey. Cool. Yes, we have one H and one D. Ah, got it. What's interior do? Oh, wow. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Welcome to Hermit Trivia. If you're just arriving, we will be getting started in just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes for some seats to fill and for some people to bring in the noise and bring in the funk on this most amazing trivia party of Tuesday. Welcome to Hermit Trivia. We're getting started in just a bit. Sit tight. If you're just joining the chat thread now, give me a, if you want to make a guess on our little hangman game, go for it. Feel free to make a guess on another letter. The category is pun. And it is 19 letters long. So far, we have an H and a D. Well, looks like we got some newcomers. Welcome all to Hermit Trivia. If you're just arriving on the thread, if you're just peeking in, if you want to pop in on the chat thread and say hello, go for it. Let us know what you're drinking and eating. Ooh, nice. Cool. That sounds really good. I'm drinking a little bit of port and soda water. In fact, I'm going to freshen my drink. If you'd like to take another guess on the hangman game, I will be back. We'll have a couple more minutes, and then we will start the game proper. All right, we got a B. B for our next letter. I do have a B. 1B, Bennett. Thank you. Welcome to the chat room. Be getting started in just a few minutes. Okay. Josh, would you like to suggest a new letter? A new letter for the Hangman game. This is a new thing we're doing right now, just to fill in the dead air time, keep things exciting. T. We have one T. One T. All right, good. How about Amy? Any guesses from Amy? Oh, we have 1, 2. We have 2 O's. 2 O's. Also, if anyone would like to take a guess or solve a puzzle, they think they know it during the time, go for it. All right, Bennett, do you have another guess? What's another guess from any other guesses from Bennett? Very close. No, Josh, I'm sorry. That is wrong. That is wrong. Remember, the category is pun. Pun, but very close. Anyone else want to guess another letter or take a guess? This is fun. Oh, I'm sorry. It is fun. When you hear it, you'll be like, oh, that is a clever pun. You're almost there. Hello, there's no J's. Oh, no J's or K's. If you're arriving right, this is still Hermit Trivia. I have not changed to an entire Hangman format. I've just created this new game in order to fill in time and add some new stuff. If you have any guesses for letters, if you want to guess, the category is a pun, and it's 19 letters. The answer is goofy as hell, but it's a fun answer if you want to take a guess. Still anyone's game. We still only have the start of a gallows. But Josh, you were definitely on the right track. You were definitely in the right time zone, as they say. We're getting started in just 3 minutes. Morning, Charles. There you go, Charles. Guess the letter. Want to guess a letter, Charles? Z. Nope, no Z. No Z. Okay, no Z. One, two, three, four, five, six. You have 8 more guesses before someone gets hanged. So it's 8 more guesses because you got to do the rope and then all the different little parts of the dude, the cattle rustler or whoever. We're probably going to get to the actual game before that happens, honestly. Looks like we got enough people in. We're almost there in a minute. S. Oh, we have an S. We have an S right at the end. Good guess, Bennett. Anyone else want to guess a letter? Guess a letter. C. You have C? We have a C. Well done, Josh. Okay, so that is time. So tell you what I'm going to do. I feel like if we've got enough people in, I want to get the game started, and I want to start our official trivia game. So, we have an M. Hi, Leslie. Tell you what, Leslie, you can take a guess on the hangman game. So this is last chance for guesses. Leslie, would you like to take a guess on our hangman game for the one we're doing to fill in the time? We're going to start the show right after, but then I will give people guesses in between questions so we can continue playing. It's 2 games in 1. Passing the savings on to you. Leslie, please take a guess. Either one. Either. Either one, whatever you like. A, okay. Yes, we have multiple A's. Oh, and I forgot, there was 2 M's too. It's okay. 2 M's. All right, so there were 2 M's in the question. I added those. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start reading. I'm going to read the rules now, the basic game, and then I'm going to give people a chance to answer these in between our regular questions. Sound good? Cool. All right. Welcome to Hermit Trivia. It's the trivia for smart people who stay inside. The only trivia where you can have the bar trivia experience at your table or in your bed. I'm Mark Walsh, your Hermit host, aka Kermit the Hermit, aka Herman's Hermit, aka Hermit Purple. Thank you for joining me in this experiment tonight. Tonight's trivia is 6 rounds with 3 questions each. I will read the questions twice and as clearly as possible. You will then have 1 minute to listen to a lovely public domain song and write or think out your answer. Each question will be worth 1 point, and there'll be a halftime question worth multiple points, as well as a 5-minute break between rounds 3 and 4. There will also be a final question after round 6, which will be worth 10 points. You will have 3 minutes to consider the final question. That being said, this trivia game can be played at home or on your own terms. You can change. Looks like they straightened themselves out, so moving on. Okay, please feel free to share in the chat your chosen food and drink. You can also share your point totals or how many teams you formed. To increase interactivity and fun, we are giving a 10-second window for people to guess answers to a question before the final reveal. I will show the go prompt and stop my cat from scratching my chair. The go prompt for 10 seconds. During that time, players will have a chance to guess it. No, cat invasion. Look who dropped in. We've got a guest star, everybody. Say hello to people, Xiaomei. Hello, people, Xiaomei. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna take you outside. No, cat. Sorry. I apologize for my cat. To reiterate, I will show, after each question, I will show the go prompt for 10 seconds. And during that time, you have a chance to type your guess on the chat window. Other than that circumstance, please do not type your answer on the chat window. Only do it if you see this prompt right here. Otherwise, it is verboten. We want people to be able to compete with each other in a fair manner as possible. We are also doing something else. We are showing a theme round. We have a theme round within one of our questions. One of our rounds tonight has all 3 of its questions unified by a single theme that will be announced after all the questions of that round are read. If you guess the theme before reading, give yourself 3 bonus points. So I will, once the theme round is read, you can guess for yourself. Try to work out in the questions and answers, and I will give space right after for people to guess it. I will announce that theme round. Also, please refrain from discriminatory talk. I really had to change that. Political comments, donkey talk, or rudeness. And, let's keep things light and friendly. I know it's a pretty hairy situation out there. I know people are stressed and people want to be light and fun and fancy free. And that's why I'm here. I want to keep things fun and interesting and exciting and safe and good. So let's all work together to do that in the chat thread as well. Let's be respectful and be happy. All right. Scores can be kept on the provided printout sheet, which has been shared on Facebook. They can also be kept on scratch paper or your fingers and toes if your score is that low. But, if your score is that low, I won't tell anybody. You don't have to mention me. All right. Other than that interruption of cat, that went really well. What do you say we go? We get this show on the road. Woo. Okay, everybody, we're going to start. Round 1. The category is flying critters. Flying critters. Okay, question 1. In the butterfly's stages of life, starting from egg, what is the Latin word for the final adult stage? In the butterfly's stages of life, starting from egg, what is the Latin word for the final adult stage? Okay, you get 1 minute to answer. I'm going to play an awesome public domain song in the meantime. Set the timer. Good. And go. Oh, good. All right, 10 seconds. All right, there's your 10 seconds. Let's get the answer together for question 1 for round 1. Flying creatures. In the butterfly's stages of life, starting from the egg, what is the Latin word for the final adult stage? All right, and that word for the final adult stage, the Latin word for the final adult stage of the butterfly is known as the imago. Imago, I-M-A-G-O. The imago stage is that beautiful fluttering butterfly shape we see, and a wonderful name, meaning literally image. The imago, when the butterfly achieves true self-actualization. All of us must be both a caterpillar and a butterfly at some point of our lives, but neither of us has to be like that forever. There's change, there's growth. Pretty cool. Okay, and now, hey, we still got the hangman thing going on. Who wants to take a guess for the letter? Who would like to guess a letter or solve the puzzle? Also give a 10-second window for that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Okay. Anyways, I. Josh has an I. Let's see. Do we have any I's in there? Yes, we have one I. Awesome. Well done, Josh. Big shout out. You got the I. All right. Question number 2. In Japan, children sometimes catch these insects as a game, using a hair with a small pebble tied to each end that is thrown to catch them in mid-flight. In Japan, children sometimes catch these insects as a game, using a hair with a small pebble tied to each end that is thrown to catch them mid-flight. And Bennett got the guess. He guessed U, and he landed 3 U's in our. We have 3 U's in our puzzle. Looks like we're almost there to solving it. In the meantime, I will play the song for the main question. 10 seconds. All right, that was our question. So question number 2. That was time for question 2. In Japan, children sometimes catch these insects as a game, using a hair with a small pebble tied to each end that is thrown to catch them mid-flight. And we do have a right answer in. We have answers coming in, and the correct answer has already arrived. Is this? Charles is correct. It is dragonflies. Dragonflies. Yes, and Josh has gotten it as well. The little pebbles in hair are used like bola to just snatch up dragonflies. Actually, no, I believe it's like the stone. Dragonfly grabs a stone thinking it's an insect and then just sinks down. And yes, it's a fun little game Japanese children play. Catch those little dragonflies. That's very good guesses. Well done. You're on the ball there. And then now we got the puzzle almost complete. Who wants to take a guess? Who wants to fill in, request a letter or solve the puzzle? Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Going in for question 3. Question 3. The pitohui, sometimes called the rubbish bird in its native New Guinea, is named so because it is one of the few bird species in the world that possesses this quality. The pitohui, sometimes called the rubbish bird in its native New Guinea, is named so because it is one of the few bird species in the world that possesses this quality. Oh, and pitohui is spelled Pitohui. What unique quality does it possess? Ten seconds. All right, and that's our time. I like that track. That sounds like something out of Undertale. I kind of dig that. But it's actually public domain, YouTube audio library. So, haha, yeah, I'm in the clear. Okay, question 3 for the category flying critters. Question 3. The pitohui, sometimes called the rubbish bird in its native New Guinea, is named so because it is one of the few bird species in the world that possesses this quality? Okay, I got some answers coming in. We've got, I'm going to make up for the lag. So far, no, I've not seen any, no correct answers. The correct answer is the pitui carries within it a stinging neurotoxin within its skin. It is one of the few poisonous birds in the world, one of the few birds that actually uses poison as a self-defense mechanism. While not technically venomous, I also would have accepted venomous, but yes, it's poisonous, it's toxic, and you don't want to eat it. It's one of the few it's why they call it the rubbish bird, because you can't eat it. It's gross. That is one poisonous bird. It's kind of pretty though. It's a cute bird. But yes, that is the answer. Is poisonous. And now you get it. Before I go to round 2, you get another chance to guess the puzzle or request another letter. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. It is a pun. 19 letters. Much ado about. Oh, okay, we got P and we got N. There is no P, so we get a little noose here, but we do have an N. We do have an N. Well done, Leslie. Yes. Very good guesses. Okay, now moving on to round 2. Round 2, the category is celebrities. Celebrities. Question 1. What American Olympic gold medal figure skater started a fashion fad in the 70s with her short, bobbed hairstyle? What American gold medal figure skater started a fashion fad in the 70s, the 1970s, of course, with her short, bobbed hairstyle? Here's your minute. Ten seconds. Okay, that is time. Ooh, Costco muffins. Sounds good. That is time for question 1. First, I want to give a big shout out to Josh O'Rourke, who has used his super brain to suss out the answer to our incredible Hangman game. He got the answer. It is the pun. 19 letters is much ado about muffins. I couldn't hold that for myself. I think that was the name of a storefront in a Simpsons episode. I think I, but yes, we'll wipe the M away. It's the problem with these dry board erasable markers. They wipe away so easily. Much ado about muffins. Big, awesome, Josh. Big shout out. I will definitely owe you a muffin someday or something at that level. Maybe I'm hoping to have my Patreon launch. I never know how to pronounce Patreon. I was going to say Patreon right now. I'm hoping to have it launch this week. and getting some more monies from there, getting some tiers in there. When that's fully launched, and I've got all the tiers set up. I will definitely take you up on that offer. I'm happy to send some muffins your way. Lord knows you've earned them, my friend. Great job. Yes, Josh, get the answer to Much Ado About Muffins. All right, now Patreon. Yes, Patreon. Ching ching. That cash. Okay, for round 2, question 1, celebrities. Question 1, what American gold medal figure skater started a fashion fad in the 70s with her short, bobbed hairstyle? And yes, we've already got the right answer from Charles. He has come up. He has given us. It is yes, it is indeed the lovely Dorothy Hamill. Dorothy Hamill has had that iconic haircut, and yeah, she won a lot of gold for America. The second famous Hamill, the guy from the 70s. Other than of course Mark Hamill, who we of course all know is got a fantastic amount of fame from an iconic series that has changed pop culture and our lives for all time. Yes, I am of course talking about the series he starred in with Gary Busey, Texas Wheelers, that 70s big trucker. Think Dukes of Hazzard, but with big trucks. Yes, Texas Wheelers. He starred in with Mark Hamill. Yes, and he also had fantastic hair and is the greatest Joker the Batman canon ever gave us. Still the best, bar none. All right, yes, the answer is Dorothy Hamill. Well done, Charles. Good. Okay, question number 2. Deuce. Question 2. What film starring Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito as Baltimore salesmen in 1963 featured a performance by the pop group Fine Young Cannibals? What film starring Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito as Baltimore salesmen in 1963 featured a performance by the pop group Fine Young Cannibals? Here's your minute. Ten seconds. And that is time. That is time. Question number 2. What film starring Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito as Baltimore salesmen in 1963 featured a performance by the pop group Fine Young Cannibals? All right, we got some answers coming in. I don't see the right one yet. We have some answers in from Bennett and Charles, and sadly, no, none of them are the correct answers. I just had to do a quick Google search to make sure. The answer was Tin Man. Tin Man, that great Barry Levinson film. Tin Men, I should say. Tin Men was the answer. Yes, Dreyfus and DeVito were both tin siding salesmen in that era. Big shout out to Charles Answers Romance. I love that. Any Always Sunny reference is okay by me. But yes, and yet I had the performance of Fine Young Cannibals performing the song "Good Thing," which was really cool. Very good movie. Check it out. It's called Tin Men. Tin Men, part of the Barry Levinson Baltimore trilogy. Okay. Question number 3. Question 3. Shock jock Howard Stern has claimed that he was being considered for the role of what iconic Batman villain, only for the role to go instead to Cillian Murphy in all films of the Dark Knight trilogy. Shock jock Howard Stern has claimed that he was once being considered for the role of what iconic Batman villain, only for the role to go instead to Cillian Murphy in all films of the Dark Knight trilogy. Here's your minute to win it. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, and that is time. Let's reveal the answer for question number 3. Shock jock Howard Stern has claimed that he was once being considered for the role of what iconic Batman villain, only for the role to go instead to Cillian Murphy in all films of the Dark Knight trilogy. Okay. And the answer, we did have one answer. It jumped the gun a little bit, but he did get the right answer. Big shout out to Bennett. He got it correct. It is A, the Scarecrow. The answer is the Scarecrow. Yes, Howard Stern has one point was being considered for the role of Scarecrow, one of the Joel Schumacher movies. He claims he was, and then there's sort of a he said, she said things he didn't, but I think it's a shame it didn't happen. Man, imagine if he gotten like Scarecrow in like the Nolan movies. Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis. Yeah, that honestly would have been a disaster. Yes, the answer is Scarecrow. Scarecrow. And also, I'd like to announce this was our theme round. So I'm now, if you haven't guessed it already, I'm now going to give a go prompt of 10 seconds. You know what, tell you what, I'm going to give a go prompt of, I think people need a little more time for it. I'm going to give 15 seconds for this prompt so that people have time. So this is time you can post, if you have a guess, you can post the answer for your theme round answer in the chat thread. All right, here it goes. And Josh has nailed it. And so Josh has nailed it. The answer is yes. The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz. In question 1, we mentioned that great skating star Dorothy Hamill. Dorothy Hamill. In question 2, we mentioned the fine film Tin Men, which you can grab Tin Man from that, Tin Men. And then, of course, question 3, we mentioned the Batman villain Scarecrow. So we have Dorothy, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow, all characters from that great American classic fairy tale, The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz. Josh has got it. Josh, give yourself 3 points for representing the Lollipop Guild. You have nailed it, my friend. I give you 3 points to your score. And those watching at home, if you guessed it too, give yourself add 3 points to your score. Well done. Yes, the answer was characters from the Wizard of Oz, and that was our theme round. Good times. Okay. Last round before the halftime. The category is video games. Video games. Question 1. What indie game puts you in the role of the immigration inspector at a border crossing in the fictional dystopian nation of Arstotzka? What indie game puts you in the role of an immigration inspector at a border crossing in the fictional dystopian nation of Arstotzka? Here's your minute. It's like elevator music. Okay, 10 seconds. And that is time. That is time for question number 1 for video games. What indie game puts you in the role of an immigration inspector at a border crossing in the fictional dystopian nation of Arstotzka? Yes, we got a bunch of answers in, and it looks like we got the correct answer from Leslie. Yes, of course, I knew Leslie would get this. I was like, I put this game in because we both got it, we both love it. The answer is the game is called Papers, Please. Papers, Please. Highly recommend it. It's just a really awesome, fun puzzle game with a whole dark background. If you ever wanted what to like to be as an immigration, if you ever wonder what it's like to be someone at a border checkpoint in a dystopian nation, that's a great, yes. Well done, Leslie. That was awesome. Great answer. But seriously, it's like Papers, Please. It's like $10 on Steam, and like the graphics are like 1980s Amiga level. So like your computer can hack it. You can do it. It is absolutely worth it. It's a very great diversion. I love it. Glory to Arstotzka. All right. Question number 2 for video games. Question 2. The earliest example of a video game in human history was originally patented as a cathode ray tube amusement device? In what decade of the 20th century? The earliest example of a video game in human history was originally patented as a cathode ray tube amusement device in what decade of the 20th century? How old are those video games? Let's find out. Here's your minute. Ten seconds. All right, and that is time for question number 2. Question 2. The earliest example of a video game in human history was originally patented as a cathode ray tube amusement device in what decade of the 20th century? All right, got a bunch of answers coming in. And we got one correct answer from Leslie. Once again, Leslie guesses correctly with her answer the 1940s. The 1940s, yes, is when the first video game in history was patented as the cathode ray tube amusement device. Yes, specifically 1947. 1947 is when it was patented. It was a very simple game based actually off of a radar screen. It used the same sort of screens that the military used for radar, Air Force sort of thing to detect, and it just added its own bips and bops like a missile command kind of thing. But man, the name blows my mind. Could you imagine like if we still called games like cathode ray tube amusement device today? Oh, dude, you gotta go to cathode ray tube amusement device stop. They got those killer apps. Man, I used all the new cathode ray tube amusement devices all have, all have microtransactions and downloadable content. They're just not as fun as they used to be. It's about ethics in cathode ray tube amusement device journalism. Cathode ray tube amusement device, Kate. Oh my god! Like you can make that concept even lamer and more pathetic as a word. Okay. Question three, last of the category. What Laserdisc video game developed by Cinematronics in 1983 featured art design by animator Don Bluth, creator of films like The Land Before Time and Anastasia? What Laserdisc video game developed by Cinematronics in 1983 featured art design by animator Don Bluth, creator of films like The Land Before Time and Anastasia? Here's your minute. 10. 10 seconds. Okay. We'll be right back. All right. That is time for question number 3. Question 3. What Laserdisc video game developed by Cinematronics in 1983 featured art design by animator Don Bluth, creator of films like The Land Before Time and Anastasia? All right, I've already got some answers in. Yes, and well, one correct answer I see already. I'm going to give it to Josh. Josh is correct. The answer to that game is Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair, yes, in which you play Sir Dirk Gently or something. Yeah, but it's great. It's basically like it's essentially a cartoon with quick time events. Yes, Dragon's Lair was that groundbreaking game in video game history, and it's following sequel Space Ace, which they both also had. I remember more like the Saturday morning cartoons they had coming up based off of those than I do the actual games themselves. I remember trying to play the games and not like Dirk the Daring. Yes, it was Dirk the Daring. That was the name of the knight in the Dragon's Lair series. But you're correct, Josh. Well done. Dragon's Lair, that seminal piece of video game history. All right. So now we have hit the halftime of our game. Oh, that's right. Dirk Gently is that show. I'm sorry, I mixed that up. You're right. This is the halftime. Before I move on to halftime, just a reminder: if you are just joining if you are in a stream now, if you've not played with us before, please feel free to like and subscribe this video if you can. If you are enjoying this show, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to hear more. I want to give a big shout out to our new friend I want to give a big shout out to Bennett Campbell Ferguson for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. I would love to have you as part of the game, and your support is always appreciated. I got the notification that you subscribed, and I'm hugely thankful. Thank you, man. That is awesome. You've done me a huge solid. Anyone else? So like these videos, like any more videos you can. And most importantly, share with your friends. If you enjoy Hermit Trivia, and if you want to keep doing this and keep going, it really is the more the merrier. I want to bring as many players into this as possible. So please spread it around on all your social medias and your kids with the Facebooks and your Snapchats and your TikToks and your what have you, or just word of mouth. When we're allowed to get within 6 feet of each other again, that would be awesome. So yeah, let people know, like and subscribe and share, because more people come to this channel, the better. Thank you. All right, here we are, the halftime. So here's how it works. Halftime, you have 5 minutes for the halftime question and 5 guesses to make. You can only make 5 guesses. Any more will be discounted. Each guess is worth 1 point. If you get all 5 correct, you can add 5 extra points to your score for a total of 10 points. So you get 5 guesses. Only 5 are counted. Each guess is worth 1 point. Get them all, you get 5 points more for a total of 10 points. All right, here we go. The halftime category is the American Civil War. The American Civil War. Also, this is a 5-minute break. It's a good time to grab a drink, have a smoke break, run to the bathroom, do all that. I'm probably going to do all of the above. Maybe not the smoke break, but okay. Anyway, nice little break. Okay. The American Civil War is the category. Name 5 of the 7 states that seceded from the Union before April 15th, 1861. Name five of the 7 states that seceded from the Union before April 15th, 1861. Let me give you your time. And all right, see you in 5. All right, and we are back. I hope you all enjoyed your break. I hope you got some fine food and drink. I hope you got to take a load off. I know I'm happy to be back too. The halftime question. The category is the American Civil War. Before I read off the answer, I want to do a quick pitch. I want to promote the channel of one of my very good friends. My friend Adam Schomer has a channel called Quarantine Cornisto. Quarantine Cornisto. Yes, my friend Adam, he's a professional musician who plays the French horn absolutely beautifully, and he has started a channel of his own on YouTube where he shows off his musical work. If you enjoy great classical music and want something to listen to on the YouTube stream, highly recommend. Check out Adam Schomer at Quarantine Cornisto. I will type his name and the name of the channel right here. You can look up either one in order to find him. Highly recommended. If you like his work, please subscribe, like his videos. Quarantine Cornisto. And that's our shout out for the week. Check out, yes, Adam Schomer at Quarantine Cornisto. If you want listen to some beautiful concertos on the French horn. I am a totally classical music illiterate guy, and I enjoy his music immensely, so I highly recommend it. It's very good. Okay, halftime question. The American Civil War. Name 5 of the 7 states that seceded from the Union before April 15th, 1861. Okay, those 7 states were Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. They were Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. If you got any of those 7 states that I mentioned, you can add points on. So you get 1 point for getting any one of those 7 states. If you got 5 of those states, you can add another 5 points to get 5 point score, a total of 10 points to the score. Yes, those are our answers. The first states to secede in the American Civil War. All right, well, that was a fun one. Now moving on to the second half of our amazing trivia game. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I'm having hosting it. This has been a blast. This has been a thrill. Hard to believe we're already at 15 episodes. I'm surprised I've been able to take this channel as far as it's gone. And I hope to take it much, much farther. Way past. Hey, shoot for the moon. You'll at least hit the stars, right? Okay, round 4. The category is beaches. Beaches. Question 1. The first public beach in the USA opened on July 12th, 1896, in the town of Revere, in what state? The first public beach in the USA opened on July 12th, 1896, in the town of Revere, in what state? All right, here's your minute. Let's get something a little pep here. Okay, not so much. Oh, wait, this is a little creepy music. There we go. This is kind of more of a heist movie vibe. I dig it. I like it. All George Clooney and Brad Pitt in slick suits. 10 seconds. Okay, and that was your minute. Let's discover the answer together. Question 1. The first public beach in the USA opened on July 12th, 1896, in the town of Revere in what state? All right, we already got some answers in, and it looks like, yes, I got the first correct answer. Is the only one correct. The only correct answer comes from Charles. It is Massachusetts. Massachusetts, yes. The town of Revere is, of course, named for Paul Revere, that great native of that great state. And the first public beach opened, and the rest is history. People love their beaches. I know I love my beaches. I am definitely looking forward. I am in Florida, and because of the nature of things, I've been here for almost 3 months and have not been able to go to the beach. So I really hope that's going to. I really hope that's going to change soon. So because I got to have my beach. Yes, but the first public beach opened in Massachusetts. Sand, surf, and sun. Sounds wonderful. I can't complain entirely. Just before I returned to the States, I went to Riley Beach in Thailand with my wife, the lovely Leslie, and I highly recommend it. Thailand's like the Caribbean of the East, and it is gorgeous. You'll find some absolutely spectacular beaches there. Go check it out. It's a wonderful trip. Okay, but yes, Massachusetts is the answer. All right, question number 2. Question 2. White sand beaches most commonly look white because what mineral in the sand reflects or scatters sunlight without absorbing other colors? So I'm actually going to accept 2 answers for this. There's just 2 possible answers you can get for this. White sand beaches most commonly look white because what mineral in the sand reflects or scatters sunlight without absorbing other colors? 2 possible answers to this. Here's your song. 10 seconds. All right. That is time. We've got for question number 2, let's discover the answer. White sand beaches most commonly look white because what mineral in the sand reflects or scatters sunlight without absorbing other colors? Okay, we've got some guesses rolling in. Let's see what we got. Okay, so far, no, I don't see a right answer yet, but yet, so the answer, 2 possible answers for this question. One was quartz, crystal quartz. The other is limestone. So you have quartz or limestone. You have the correct answer. Yes, both things. Quartz is quartz crystal is it scatters the sunlight and reflects it. Or if it's limestone, it's almost just pure white, so it just reflects all the sunlight. So if you guess, it's mostly quartz. Most white sand beaches get their effect from quartz, but some get it from limestone too. So I also accepted limestone as an answer. Yes. White sand beach. That sounds fun. Okay. Question number 3. Question 3. The 26-mile portion of the Mississippi Gulf Coast from Biloxi to Henderson Point has the distinction of being the longest example of what kind of beach? The 26-mile portion of the Mississippi Gulf Coast from Biloxi to Henderson Point has the distinction of being the longest example of what kind of beach? Here's your minute. Ten seconds. All right, that is time. Let's discover the answer together for question number 3. Question 3. The 26-mile portion of the Mississippi Gulf Coast from Biloxi to Henderson Point has the distinction of being the longest example of what kind of beach? Okay, we've got some answers in. We got some answers in from Josh and from Charles. So no, so that's none of the answers are coming. None of them correct guess. That's okay. So the correct guess. So the 26-mile portion of the Mississippi Gulf Coast is the longest kind of artificial or man-made beach. It is an artificial man-made beach. It is the longest example of this kind. 26 miles of man-made beach. I'm now kind of curious to see it. I can't lie. When I drove cross country, I spent all of maybe a day in Mississippi, maybe even less. I don't think we. Yeah, I think we stopped in Louisiana, but we drove through Mississippi. I saw the river. I think we stopped at Macaulay's while we were there, but it's kind of nice. It was the portion we were in anyway. Yes, it is the largest man-made beach in the world. All right, moving on. Round number 5. Round 5. The category is Middle Ages, fact versus fiction. Middle Ages, fact versus fiction. Fact stings like a butterfly. Fiction floats like a bee. Bah, 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 bah. All right. Middle Ages. No, not that Middle Ages. I'm talking about, the feudal age. Okay. Question 1. The legendary 12 peers of Charlemagne, the greatest knights of his court spoken of in the Song of Roland, were also known by what term that became popular in modern role-playing games? The legendary 12 peers of Charlemagne, the greatest knights of his court spoken of in the Song of Roland, were also known by what term that became popular in modern role-playing games? Here's your minute. Ten seconds. Okay, that is time. Question 1 for Middle Ages, fact versus fiction. The legendary 12 peers of Charlemagne, the greatest knights of his court spoken of in the Song of Roland, were also known by what term that became popular in modern role-playing games? Yes, we already got answers in. We've got correct answers from Josh and Charles. That's right. The 12 peers of Charlemagne were also known as his paladins. Paladin, yes, was the term we were looking for. Well done, guys. Excellent. Yes, those knights of Charlemagne ended up turning into the radiant base damage, lawful good, holy warriors we know and love today, from everything from Dungeons and Dragons to World of Warcraft to, pretty much any fantasy property you want. Hey, you got some shiny armor, you got a big glowy sword, you're a paladin. Congrats. All right, yes, paladin was the answer we were looking for. You were correct. Paladin. Awesome job, guys. That was terrific. Okay, question 2. Question 2 in our Middle Ages category. What heavy metal torture device, said to be a staple of medieval inquisitors, was in fact a lurid fabrication by fantasists of the 19th century, with no evidence of it actually being used? What heavy metal torture device, said to be a staple of medieval inquisitors, was in fact a lurid fabrication by fantasists of the 19th century, with no evidence of it actually being used? Here's your minute. All right, that is time. That is time. For question two, what heavy metal torture device, said to be the staple of medieval inquisitors, was in fact a lurid fabrication by fantasists of the 19th century, with no evidence of it actually being used? Yes, we've already got some correct answers in. I got to give a shout out to Charles and to Josh for both guessing. Yes, that torture device is the Iron Maiden. The Iron Maiden. Run to the hills. Run for your life. Oh, I love Iron Maiden. I've seen those guys twice. Once at Madison Square Garden, once at the Devil Stadium in New Jersey. Both still, God, those guys have been going on for decades, and they still play a fantastic show. You know, it is what it is. It's just pure, unpasteurized, unhomogenized Maiden straight to your veins. You really can't ask for much more. I mean, get all you want. Yes, but you're correct. Yes, the Iron Maiden is the answer. The Iron Maiden, not actually a torture device. It was just, oh, you saw him last year? That Bruce Dickinson, man, that dude's a machine. He'll just keep going forever. Like, he's gonna outlive. Yes, a lot of room 50-year-olds. But yeah, Bruce Dickinson's gonna outlive all of us. I swear. Yes, but yeah, not actually a torture device. It was an invention by people in the 19th century, dudes who had castles who were like, oh yeah, we got to get something to like excite the tourists, you know? Okay. Question three for the Middle Ages, fact versus fiction. Out of 10 locations in the whole world, only one of the medieval times dinner and tournament restaurants is featured outside of the United States. What country is it in? Out of 10 locations in the whole world, only one of the medieval times dinner and tournament restaurants is featured outside of the United States. What country is it in? Here's your minute. All right, that is the minute. Here we go. Minute to win it. Question number 3. Out of 10 locations in the whole world, only one of the medieval times dinner and tournament restaurants is featured outside of the United States. What country is it in? All right, I got a bunch of answers in, and I see one correct answer goes to Leslie. Yes, great job. Yes, Leslie, you are absolutely right. It is Canada. Canada, yes. The only medieval times dinner and tournament location outside of the US is in Toronto, Canada. Funny enough, it's in a government building of all places. I've been reading up. Apparently, it's in like a government building where it's just like, I don't know, I guess like after you're done going to the DMV and filling out your Canadian tax forms, you can go to medieval times and watch a joust. That's yes, I want one of the. I'm Team Blue. That's what I'm with the Blue Knight. That's me. Oh yes, I don't know about you. I think I've been in medieval times like 3 times out of like one of my childhood, and it was I don't know how it holds up, but it was a lot of fun. It was definitely great. I mean, I've never had any upsets like they had in Cable Guy, but it was I enjoyed medieval times. I like the food. I remember liking food. The best part of medieval times is the fact that they don't give you forks. You can just eat with your hands. Oh. There are no forks and knives in medieval times. Therefore, there are no forks and knives at medieval times. Would you like a refill of your Pepsi? Wait, you don't have knives and forks, but you have Pepsi? Dude, I got a lot of tables. Well, you know, if you Leslie, if things open up like for realsies, the actual very first location of medieval times is in Florida. Maybe if things open up by the time we're still around, I'll take you there. I'll take you to medieval times. I can't guarantee that it'll hold up from my childhood, but it's got to be a lot of fun. Let's do it. Let's try it. Oh, and I guess Josh would say yes. And yes, Josh, they played Blood Brothers at my concert too, the Dio tribute. I think that was the same year. You hold me to no. I would totally say I can't. I'm actually excited to do that. I would love to go to medieval times, even if I end up being disappointed. It'll still be like, you know what? I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went to check out the Final Frontier tour. I think that sounds great. All right, we are now on to sadness. We're on to round 6, the last round of our game before the final question. Round 6. The category is the 2000s. The 2000s, aka the aughts. All right, the first decade of our current century. Okay. Question 1. What vehicle released to market in 2001 did Steve Jobs originally claim was as important as the PC, but then later claimed it sucked? What vehicle released to market in 2001 did Steve Jobs originally claim was as important as the PC, but then later claimed it sucked? Start your minute. Okay, that is time. That's time for question number 1 for the 2000s. Let's guess the answer together. What vehicle released to market in 2001 did Steve Jobs originally claim was as important as the PC, but then later claimed it sucked? All right, got a bunch of answers in, and it looks like Charles has the correct answer. Got to give a big shout out to Charles for dressing correctly. Yes, the Segway, that beloved vehicle of mall cops and I don't know who else. Yeah, there was a big marketing campaign everywhere where they pitched it like it was going to somehow change the course of human history in early 2000s, and then they came out and were like, yeah, it's like a Vespa, but it sucks. It's lame. And of course, Steve Jobs starts, that's gotta suck when Steve Jobs starts promoting and he's like, nice scooter for a clown to bring to a circus. Idiot. Yes, the Segway was that didn't quite make the mark. But yes, excellent answer, Charles. Good job. Okay, question 2 for round 6, the 2000s. Question 2. Once thought to be the 9th planet in our solar system, Pluto got demoted in 2006 after the discovery of what other dwarf planet named for the Greek goddess of strife and discord? Once thought to be the 9th planet in our solar system, Pluto got demoted in 2006 after the discovery of what other dwarf planet named for the Greek goddess of strife and discord? All right, here's your minute. Okay, that's your minute. Let's read the answer together for question number 2 for the 2000s. Once thought to be the 9th planet In our solar system, Pluto got demoted in 2006 after the discovery of what other dwarf planet named for the Greek goddess of strife and discord? Okay, I got a couple of answers in. I don't see the right one yet. Um, but the correct answer, the Greek goddess of strife and discord, is Eris. Eris, Eris. Yes, Eris is the Eris is the Greek goddess of strife and discord, and is also the second largest dwarf planet in the sky after Pluto. Pluto, which seems very fitting for a planet. Pluto thinks it's sitting on top, thinking it's great. Like, yeah, I'm a planet. I'm the farthest from the sun. I'm great. And guys, you guys are being mean to in-laws. Jeez, thinks it's the greatest planet in the world. And then Eris rolls around like, no, you're just one of us, bro. You're just like a real big asteroid from the Kuiper Belt. And it's like, oh man, I've been downgraded. Eris like feels good, bro. Aw. Oh, that's not. I like my in-laws very much. Always. My in-laws have always been good to me. I can't really speak ill of them. In-laws. The joke is, what's the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Outlaws are wanted. It works on two levels. Am I right? That feels like a Lockhorns joke. Have you read that? Classic comics. I love my newspaper comics. Okay. All right. The last question before the big final. The last one of the category. Question 3 for the 2000s. Gaining mainstream popularity in the 2000s. What style of electronic music is synthesized using the programmable sound generator, or PSG, from an arcade machine, computer, or video game console? Gaining mainstream popularity in the 2000s, what style of electronic music is synthesized using the programmable sound generator, or PSG, from an arcade machine, computer, or video game console? Here's your minute. All right, that's the minute. Okay. Hello, Aunt Carol. Great to have you watch. Great to hear from you. It's okay if you can't chat. We're happy to have you on the stream. That's awesome. That's all good. All right. Question 3 for round 6, the 2000s. Gaining mainstream popularity in the 2000s, what style of electronic music is synthesized using the Programmable Sound Generator, or PSG, from an arcade machine, computer, or video game console? Already got some answers coming in. And actually, funny enough, I'm pretty sure it's a genre of music I was just playing. So I gave you a little freebie there. But yes, Josh has nailed it. Josh has the correct answer. That style of music is called chiptune. Chiptune. Chiptune uses the processors from arcade machines or video game consoles to play some awesome music. Well done, Josh. Excellent work. You nailed it. The answer is chiptune. All right, we are sadly coming to the end of our trivia game. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've had much fun watching this, as I've enjoyed playing it. I've really enjoyed hosting this for all of you. This always keeps me active and keeps things fun throughout my whole week. So I'm very happy to always hear from you and see you guys. You guys are just great friends and great, awesome people. If you are enjoying this channel, if you have not already, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, to Hermit Trivia. Just hit the subscribe button or hit the like button. Like any of our videos that you see. The more likes, the better. That always helps us out. And most importantly, please share with your friends. Get in contact with your friends, your relations, your family, anyone you think might be interested in hearing some awesome trivia goodness on YouTube. Let them know. Spread the word so they come by. And the more people watching, the more people chatting, the more fun the game is going to be. We're gonna have a great time. So please let them know. But anyway, thank you so much for coming out tonight. I know since I've been doing twice a week, a lot of you have been coming out twice a week for me and everything. That's a big commitment. I know you can't always do it. I'm happy to have you once a week, or even if you're just watching or stuff, following my videos, even if you're not on the actual stream itself. I am very thankful. I'm very happy that you guys come by. You guys do such awesome work and awesome job. So thank you. That's from me. Well, the bad news is the trivia game's ended. The good news is we're going out with a bang because we got the final question. I'm not going to leave you hanging with that. We got a great final tonight. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, the final question. Here is how it works. All right, how it works. For this question, you may wager anywhere from 0 to 10 points. 0 to 10. You must guess all answers correct to win the points. Otherwise, you must subtract the amount of wagered points from your score. So be careful, because if you get any part of the question incorrect, you must subtract the points from your score. All right, so we're at 0 to 10 points. That's what you can wager. All right, here we go. The category is spin-offs. Spin-offs. So for our category, what we have here are 5 television shows on the left and 5 spin-offs from those shows on the right. TV shows and spin-offs. All right, we want you to match the TV show on the left to its spin-off on the right. And I'll go down the list. I'll read it so you guys don't know. So, because I know my handwriting is terrible, so I think it's best to do. All right, numbers 1 through 5 on the left. So number 1, we have that great show Happy Days. Number 2, we have The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Number 3, we have All in the Family. Number 4, we have Cheers. Number 5, we have Doctor Who. That's Happy Days, Mary Tyler Moore Show, All in the Family, Cheers, and Doctor Who. All right, coming up on the right, we got the spin-offs that match to said shows. Letter A, we have Torchwood. Letter B is Frasier. Letter C is Rhoda. Letter D is Mork and Mindy. And letter E is Maud. Letter A is Torchwood. B is Frasier. Letter C is Rhoda. Letter D is Mork and Mindy. And letter E is Maud. Okay, these are your possible choices for a day. All right, you got 3 minutes to answer. I'm going to hold this up for another 30 seconds or so, and then I'm going to run and use the bathroom, and then we'll come back. Okay, let me get your song started. Let's do something different for this. Yeah, this is fun. I like this. Okay, here's your 3 minutes starting now. Okay, see ya. All right, that is time. Hope you all enjoyed doing this final question as much as I enjoyed making it. Let's discover the answers together. Okay, are you all ready for me? Let's find out. Okay, so here we have for our final question. The category was spin-offs. Spin-offs. And let's go down the list. Okay, so we have first off, number one is Sunday, Monday, Happy Days. I misspelled days. That's hilarious. Tuesday, Wednesday, Happy Days. Why did I spell with Z? That's hilarious. Okay. Number one, yes, Happy Days is a spinoff of that great boy meets about a human girl meets alien boy caper. D. Mork and Mindy. Yes, number one is D. Mork and Mindy. Yes, Mork originally appeared as a in a cameo played by Robin Williams as a character on Happy Days on. Yes, and then he got his own spinoff, Mork and Mindy. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. And yes, I am. I am definitely going to sing all the theme songs, at least the ones that I know. So bear with me. All right, number two. Number two. Who can turn the world on with a smile? That's a Mary Tyler Moore Show. Mary Tyler Moore Show. Number two. Her spinoff was from her best friend C. Rhoda. Rhoda, yes, Rhoda had her own show, and I don't know the song, so I'm just gonna. You're gonna make it after all. Yes, number two is C. Number two is C. Number three, All in the Family. Foundering the hit parade. Those were the days. All in the Family. Yes, was its spinoff was that show starring the great B. Arthur. Letter E. Maud. Number three is E. Maud. I also don't know the theme to that, but yes. Maud. The one thing I do know about Maud is that it took place in Tuckahoe, New York, which was in Westchester County, my old stomping grounds. I did not know that until this week. Yes. So number three matches with Maud. Okay. Number four is Sometimes You Wanna Go Where Everybody Knows Your Name. Is Cheers. Cheers, that great show with Sam and Diane and all Cliff and Norm and Carla. Oh man, that whole cast. They were just and Woody. You can afraid Woody. Okay, Cheers. Its spinoff was, of course, that other great member of the cast, good old Fraser Crane. Fraser Crane. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Number four is B. Number four is B. Fraser. All right. And then, of course, number five, that great British sci-fi show, Doctor Who. Ooh, woo, ooh, it's number five. It had a spin-off. It's darker, edgier spin-off. Torchwood. A. Torchwood. I also don't know the theme of that. Honestly, I saw like 2 episodes of Torch and like, yeah, I'm good. No, nothing. It's a yes, but yeah, Doctor Who's spin-off was Torchwood. A. Okay, so we have number one is D. Number two is C. Number three is E. Number four is B. And number five is A. So your list should look like this. I'm going to type it on thread. It should look D, C, E, B, A. Okay. D. Number two. C. Number three. E. Number four. B. And number five. A. And if your selections look like that, you should get whatever points you wagered, whatever points you wagered, you gain. Otherwise, you lose it. Let us know your final scores in the chat thread if you'd like. If you're not feeling too sheepish, let us know how you did, what you thought of the question. And yes, Leslie, I absolutely agree. The Sarah Jane Adventures were way better. I've only seen a little bit I still have to see the whole of Sarah Jane Adventures, but they were a fun little show. And Elizabeth Sladen, you will be missed. You were gone before your time. I wish we got some more Sarah Jane Adventures. You got them all, Leslie. Excellent. Josh got 22 points. Tough one, but it brought it around in the final. Well done. Excellent. Well done. It's I think everyone got a good it was a pretty good quiz. I was pretty happy with it. I think everyone got at least a little bit. Everyone was able to hold their own. It's but honestly, if you don't have to, as long as you enjoyed the quiz, you don't even have to keep score. It's I had a lot of fun making this. This is a lot of great times. Just want to say, I might just stick around for a little bit just to chat, but I just want to say thank you all for coming to Hermit Trivia on this Tuesday night. Thank you for Hermit Trivia, episode 15, making it as fun as it. I hope you had as much fun playing it as I enjoyed making it, as I enjoyed, or if you just watched it, it's fun. You guys make my week awesome. You make everything exciting. You let the cat out of the bag, as Xiaomei can attest to. But there's only one room for one big fat cat in this show. Sorry, Xiaomei. So she has a nice little cameo though. I like that. But thank you all. I hope to see it as a. I hope to see you on Thursday night. I will be there as well. I've got a vacation, so I got lots of time to think of great questions and round us out as well. Heads up, I do have a Patreon announcement coming up. I have set up my Patreon. I'm still setting up the tiers. I kind of want to make sure I get all my rewards squared away before I start promoting it in earnest. But I'm going to start doing that on Thursday, and it should be great. I highly recommend considering if you love this show, if you want to see it keep happening, and you want it to grow and flourish, please. And if you want also to take advantage, if you want to get a shout out on my show, or if you'd like the chance for like a private trivia game, or you want to see Q&A sessions and more of the channel growing up, please subscribe to the Patreon list. I will send you once it's fully set up. I will start posting the link on the show and all the other previous episodes I've showed. You can check it out for yourself and decide what works for you. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful night. And if you want to stick around and chat, if you got any questions to ask me or anything you'd like to throw out there, go right for it. I'll be around here for a couple minutes. I don't have to wake up early tomorrow, so it's I've got lots of time. I can just chill out. But other than that, that's pretty much show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. So, recycle goose. What? Charles, never tell a Portlander you're not recycling. Thank you, Josh. Thank you so much, and big shout out to you and Amy and all your friends. Thank you for all coming out and making this an awesome show. This was fantastic. Oh, Leslie has plans to have a drink out with her husband after sure. Oh, okay. Just Leslie, just don't tell him about us, okay? You know, it's like keep it on the down low. I don't want your husband to come after me. That dude's a mean dude. Little papers and Sting writes songs about them. But yeah, it was a fun show. It was good times. I think my beard's getting bigger. It's Rick Van Winkle syndrome. Currently drinking Diet Coke and soju. Soju, nectar of the gods. Good night, Aunt Carol. Thank you. Thanks for watching my show. You're always welcome. Glad you're safe and sound. As for the rest of the night, what am I doing? Yeah, I guess I am having a drink with my wife. Yes, Leslie, I'm having a drink with my wife, so don't worry, I won't tell them about our torrid affair. And things are winding down already. I think I'm going to call it as well. Oh yeah, that cute blonde. She is. She's quite a little peach. All right. Speaking of, I got to see it. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for coming to the show tonight. Like and subscribe and share if you enjoyed this. I hope to see you all again on Thursday. And if not, I'm sure I'll see you more in the future. But thank you so much for supporting the show and making it as awesome as it is. I had a wonderful time tonight. I hope you did as well. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Stay safe.